Greetings. Yeah, I know. I took that damn day, and I had to. It's just so much shit, man. Hurt my neck, relative sick, and all that shit. So you take a day, and then a Monday, and I like Monday. I want to do Mondays again. Saturdays and Mondays. Hola, Robert. How are you? Check it out. Check it out. Got my drink. I can get it open here. I don't have a bottle opener. There we go. Ha ha. They're back. Oh, Monday. You ever have one of them weeks you just want to burn the planet down? It's absolutely nuts. I'm tired of idiots. Tired of morons. Just tired of everything. But yeah, Doritos. I actually haven't had one in a while. And then we're in the store, and the kid's like, "Hey, you want to grab a lime Doritos?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" But it doesn't taste as zingy as the other ones. I have never found the boozer ones yet. I'm gonna have to look for them in the city because they'll probably have them there. But I have not found them yet. Here it's a little different. I mean, it's only 2,000 people here. You got two liquor stores and the bar, but it's just basic shit, man. Most people here just drink beer, maybe some whiskey, a little bit of rum, but it's not a big thing. You haven't had one in over a decade. Ooh, damn. I actually like them. I haven't had one in a little while, but I thought today is a good day to have one. Why not? Right? Salute to all the shit going on. It's a good day to have a Mexican cola. Oh, stretch. So just as I was getting ready to go, I stepped outside, I teased the dog, I hurt my foot, and I pulled a muscle in my back. Son of a bitch. Right? I saw that, and they're just like pulling all that shit down there. We'll have to see. Well, they're all cane sugar, aren't they, Robert? I mean, that makes them so much better, isn't it? They're all cane sugar. I know I'm sporting a really high, shiny forehead today, man. I didn't realize how far back that old head and the hairline retreats. But you know what the hell? It was time to cut back the old noodle today. Oh, I like the Mexicans. You like the Mexican Coke? If it was powder, of course, of course, of course. Oh, Scepter, your hairline's gone, is it? It went on permanent vacation, relocated. Yeah, mine never used to be that high. At least I don't remember it being that high. I mean, I went years without wearing hats. I can't blame it on a hat, but I wear one now, mostly because just work keep the sun out of the eyes, right? Keeps it going, keeps you alive, keeps you moving. So, what the hell? I'm going to start with this. I got laughed at today. Because while we're having supper, the kid mentioned, and she's like, she'd like to know what her blood type is. And I'm like, me too. I'd like to know what my blood type is. And of course, Terry looks at me in shock and she starts poking fun at me because with all the injuries I've had and all the times I've been to the hospital getting patched up, that I don't know what my blood type is. So I have a question. Do you know what your blood type is? Do people really remember and retain that information? I don't remember my blood type. I mean, I know when I got every shot that I've ever had. Yeah. There, see? No, see, I don't even know mine. If it was a matter of life or death and they were asking me what mine was, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure it out one day. I thought they had these little home kits for telling you what it was, right? But I was looking at this today, this home kit for making your own dentures. But I might be THC positive. There you go. Blood type kit. I seen this thing today. I was watching. It was a thing about making dentures for yourself at home. The kit is like $150 to make your own dentures, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, there is no way that that's gonna $150. Shit, I paid $5,000 for mine. Huh. But I guess there is a way to tell. Oof. George Washington could have used that. Yeah, he could have. Weren't his supposed to be make dentures, make beer? Mr. Ed. Yeah. Hell yeah. I was looking at it and I'm like, we're thinking of maybe a try it anyway, right? I paid $5,000 for a top plate that I have to get redone anyway. It's going to be another like $2,000 to fix. Sons of bitches. That's how they get you. Because unlike other things, dental work here is 100% not covered. It's completely private. And so you pay through the nose. I mean, when I had dental surgery and you're all gooned up on them drugs they give you, you see the videos where they're always making fun of people all high. You'll be that freaking high. You're that freaking high, and that's when they come in with the bill and the credit card machine, and they're like, "We need you to pay now," and I'm like, "Wah, wah, wah." You know, I'm just like, I couldn't even work the machine, and yet you're supposed to pull out the old credit card and pay a bill that you were too freaking high to read. Bastards. Yeah, get old, they get you. Don't they ever? Fuck. Looking forward to it. 5-0. It's going to be my cop day because I'll be 5-0, you know. What the hell do we have here? Who's messaging me now? Oh. Hey, man, you're not going to comment on hockey. Uh-huh. Don't worry, I didn't watch. I didn't even pay attention. Oh, yeah. Except that's probably about how I could speak, man. You know, no habla inglés. You know, that's about how it was probably sounding at the time. It was, but then they get you. And I just saw the message. I ain't gonna comment on hockey. I didn't watch. I didn't even know what's happening. I keep forgetting that there's even the Olympics. What can I say? You know, I hear all this all the time. It's like, oh, they're cheating at curling. I'm like, what the fuck are they everyone talking about curling for? And then they're like, well, it's the Olympics. I'm like, the Olympics? I didn't even know the Olympics were on. That's how much I care about them. Ugh. Dish ha 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 13. I love the names, man. I mean, is this a name you had a while? Is this one of them things where people, you know, you pick a name? Like the very, you know, like you have an email you had when you were younger and then you can't like really use that email now. You know, I still remember the very first email I ever had. And it was blankman1000 at theglobe.com. When the Globe was like one of two places that had like chat rooms, but they didn't even auto scroll. You would chat and then have to reload the page. And that was my first email. And my second one still works, but I haven't entered it in years. And that was a Yahoo email. Believe it or not, that one was scorpion101 underscore 98 at yahoo.com. I bet you that thing is full of spam now. I know it's still active because every once in a while I'll get a message that there's something in there I should read. I don't pay attention. Because everything you receive now, every phone call, every email, everything you see on TV or the internet is all scams. See, I went and switched to Gmail, and the actual emails I use for talking to people and stuff like that, is my name, you know. It's got my actual name. Then I have other ones too that have typos. You know, once upon a time when I had like 16 different email addresses because you would sign up for all these different free service accounts, right? You get 3 months free of Spotify music. So you'd sign up, and when it was over, you'd create another email, sign up, and you get free Spotify for like 2 years, 3 years. And then they'd turn around and they would go to your old account and go, we would like you to come back. Here's another 3 months of free Spotify. So then you would go to that just over and over and over and over again. As long as you don't care about keeping the same playlists, right? That's actually refreshing. I do Yahoo. It should be a commercial. Damn right. I don't even know if I can sign into mine anymore. Let's see here. I'm just going to go for it. Holy shit, it's still there. Let's see. We'll get this going here. I even remember the old password. I do. I didn't even pick it. They picked it for me. Oh. Maybe I don't remember. It didn't let me in. Let's try this again. There we go. It's not letting me in. Apparently, I changed the password a long time ago. Oh, let's see what it says here. It cannot sign me in right now. What do you know about that, huh? Liars. It lied to me. Oh, it might be too old. I was messing around with it about a year and a half ago. Wanting to see just for the hell of it. I reloaded up that Yahoo Messenger and I signed into it to see if any of the old people I used to chat with were still humming around in there. And I tell you, man, the second I logged on, it was nothing but bots just spamming me. Then check out my site here. See my pictures? Sexy women want to make love to you. It's just, it hits you everywhere all the time. I'm just sitting there and I go bug-eyed. And I mean, so much porn on the internet. It makes me so mad. You can just sit there all day and shake your fist. You know what I mean? Yeah, I stole that, but I ain't worried. I'll shamelessly steal somebody else's joke and share it. Why not? Oh, it has got to be that time in the world, right? Mm-hmm. That wife's like, I got to clean it out. Won't let me get my messages. Don't you hate that? I'm like, what? Then I remembered, oh, yeah, you're hot. There you go. I get that on all the shit time on my Xbox. If I turn it on, there'll be messages sent on there all the time, and it's the shit and scams are everywhere. And every scam artist seems to sound like Apu. Maybe that's why they got rid of him. What are we? We're cold tomorrow, apparently. That's okay. I ain't worried about the weather. We're not so bad right now. We're sitting in the minus 24 Celsius. But it's only a couple more days and then we're good. I don't know why it sends me a message to tell me that I'm now live. Thank you. Come again. Yeah. The one that bugs me when they always try and not pay. Deadbeats. That's where I'm going to go here. What the hell is with everybody these days thinking that they can just go somewhere and not have enough money to pay, and it's not an issue? That has been happening a lot lately. So much so that we're now sitting there and going to have to turn around and actually make people start paying in advance for the simple fact that it's people all the time that are like, I don't have it. I don't, oh yeah, like put $50 in the tank and put $50 worth in. And they're like, well, I don't know if I have that much money. What the fuck do you think this is? It ain't some goddamn charity, you loser piece of shit. Get a job. If you don't make enough money, get a second one. Or live cheaper. Cut back the 42 streaming services you have. Oh, my God. Back in Scepter's 80s on the Wednesdays, 87 for Robert. Like, holy shit. Very nice. Very nice. After I go off about deadbeats at work. This one lady wanted gas and she ended up, she was like, oh, I don't think I have that kind of money. So I made her dig through everything she has. I don't have any either, Scepter. I made my own streaming service. And I even share it with somebody because it can be accessed from outside my house. But I have my own. I don't have a lot in it right now. Let me have a look. Let me bring that list up here. Where is it? Oh, too many monitors. I can't find everything. Here, let me see what I have in mine right now. Where is it? All right, right now. Oh, why is that being that way? It's not showing anything. Unexpected error. Unexpected error. Crap. Huh. Let's see here. I don't know why the server's not working. No, I don't want that. Hmm. There we go. Bring that up. If it opens. Where'd it go? It's not opening. There it is. Shit, eh? I feel like a. Why is it doing this to me? Huh. I don't got it. I'm gonna have to close that off. Ah, screw it. I don't know why it's not doing it. Shit. What's that? -7 like 2 weeks ago. Oh. You sold your second board for streaming services. There you go. Not your first though, eh? See if it loads up here now. Oh, what the hell is going on? Oh, there. Now it loaded up. Okay. So this is I have on my server 1,581 movies. That's what I have so far. And when it comes to TV series, I have a total of about 90 different TV series. There's thousands upon thousands of episodes. So it's lots to watch. I don't need Netflix or any of that other crap. The kid gets them, though. She spends money on them. And then turns around and I'm like, why are you getting that series? She's like, well, I like watching this show. I'm like, we have it. It's on our server. Well, I want to see this movie. I'm like, it's on our server. If you want something, just tell me. I'll have it in a day or two. And sometimes she'll be like, I don't want to wait that day to watch. One of those type. That's okay. She works full time. Could be a hell of a lot worse. Could be a hell of a lot worse. So let's see. I seem to be the only moron around here that doesn't know his blood type. I stub my toe teasing the dog and pull a muscle in my lower back all at the same time. Fuck, I hate getting old. The cat's making her elk call out in the hallway right now. It's that time of day. I don't get it. I get to not work again tomorrow. Today was my day off, so it meant I went into work and sat in the office for 2 hours and did the order and talked about complaints with about another employee and did the things that you normally do. Well, hold on. Itchy ear. There we go. Finger, not a key. I can't stand them people. Side note here, can't stand people that stick keys in their ear. Oh, to dig out shit. Let's see. Everything looks so crooked behind me because it's kind of crooked, but the camera kind of tilted. And then the other shit is crooked, but the shelf's not crooked, but the painting's a little crooked and the TV's a little crooked. So when the camera goes crooked, the TV looks fine, sort of, but everything else looks tilted. I gotta fix everything. Oh, I gotta fix everything. I use a Q-tip too. But the one thing I found the best that I ever always worked for cleaning my ears is I used to watch TV at night with headphones. Okay, so the bedroom wasn't very big, so like queen size bed pretty much filled the room. And I had 65-inch TV, but it was too big to be right at the end of the bed. So I took the doors off the closet and I mounted it to the back of the closet wall for that extra 2 feet. And it was perfect size. But it was in the bedroom. You wanted to be quiet to everybody else. So I used headphones. And I had this little old lady made knitted cover earpieces for the headphones. And they were awesome. But I would fall asleep with them damn things on all the time and I would sweat really bad. And the heat in it would be so much that all the wax in my ear would run right to the entrance And in the morning, I wouldn't think about it. I'd get up, I'd take the headphones off, I'd go outside, I'd grab a coffee, I'd go to have a cigarette, and then I would sit there and I would pull this massive glob of wax off the edge of my ear that was so big it was making me frickin' deaf. And this was a regular thing. So it turns out, heat works wonders. Until one morning when you fall asleep and you're using a big wire, 15-foot wire for the headset, and you're rolling around in your sleep and you wake up with the wire out and you damn near choking yourself. And no, I wasn't watching that autoerotica porn and was trying to choke myself wearing it with the headphone cable. No, it was just me falling asleep, watching absolute garbage, probably nothing, probably watching videos of music concerts. And yeah, woke up, cord wrapped around my neck, damn near killing me. That's okay. But God, I wish I could do this in the morning when I'm having coffee. Good morning world and fuck off with Gen X. Robert, you try not to wear headphones in bed. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good tip. Don't wear them, especially if they're wired, man. Don't wear headphones in bed. Don't eat Skittles in bed either, because you'll fall asleep. The bag will open, they'll spill everywhere, and you'll wake up with all these weird colored dots all over your ass and trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with you, and it turns out it's just Skittles. So yeah, I too once had Skittles pox. Is that lame ass commercial? I really need a new arm for this thing. I need the low profile. What, you think you say that every day when you walk into work? Uh, Good old fashioned work, right? But what are they going to do? Are they ever going to have AI take teaching jobs away? I'm surprised that they haven't tried that. Just a giant video wall at the end of the classroom, and all the students sit there and watch, right? Little lasers all around the room, so when the kids are misbehaving, right, that AI can just like zap. Not that I'm trying to eliminate your job or anything, Robert, but I mean, it would definitely be entertaining to sit back and watch, right? Kids start goofing around because they think there's no teacher, and then the AI gets pissed off and zaps them with a little laser. Like an old flick of the ear. Kids are acting up. You walk behind them, flick them in the ear and tell them to behave. They need to be able to do that again. Capital punishment in schools once again. Bring back the strap. Hell, bring back the bastonada in the schools. Let's whip their feet. Singapore style. A little caning now and then might get some of these assholes to smarten up. Scepter, you did? Oh, you tried AI to design some houses? I mean, that's about all it can do is make the facade. I don't know. I don't know if you could fully teach AI everything to do, or teach AI everything to do with the whole, with structure and the engineering and everything else. I mean, you could program it, but in the end, I don't think it would be able to do everything. There'd be a hell of a lot of these spots in the designs where it would be for builder to figure out, just this big blank spot in the drawing. What the hell's that? And it's like, that's for you to figure out, man. These are just the walls, the roof, and a room there. The rest of it, you fill in. Nothing bugged me more than engineering drawings that were done up that way. We had one set, Scepter. It was two separate pitched roofs and different angles and everything that met at like a 90-degree angle on a house, but they had nothing at the end. They just had them kind of there, and then all it said on it was for contractor to determine how to attach. That was it. It was up to the contractor to determine how we're going to attach this thing. So we did. And then what happens? And the engineers come around and complain. that we didn't discuss it with them. There's nothing to discuss. We followed the drawing. We did what the book said. It said, you figure it out. So we figured it out. Ended up having to build a whole other false roof on top of everything in order to make it work. Bastards. But I don't know if I'd try. We even tried just using AI basically for the gas station to try and help give us a new layout with the shelves and everything, and it just can't make it work at all. Like I've done it with I've used it with various other things before trying, and half the shit doesn't make any sense. Well, but what the hell? Uh, I know Scepter, but then they would still come along and complain. You know, it would. I don't know about there, but sometimes here things would get so bad that you not only get the drawings, but then you get the spec book. Okay, that everything with the final furnishings and everything, it would give you the exact make and model of the office chairs that you had to put in. No deviation allowed whatsoever. And we're done this one building. I had done building the lab. I had done doing the office. Everything was ready, and all I had to do left was get that office chair. And I went, and they even specified that it had to come from Office Depot. So I go down there and I go looking and I go talking to them. And what do I find? This chair that's in this book, when they first set up the drawings and came up with everything a year before, is no longer made. It's not made anymore at all. But they had another model that was so identical you couldn't tell the difference except the model number was different. So I grabbed it. We put it there. Everybody's happy. The client's happy. The lab guys are happy with the chair. Everybody's happy until the fucking engineer comes along and sees that the model number doesn't match. And I wind up stuck on a phone call with this asshole the next day trying to explain to him that the chair that they wanted is no longer made. I mean, some of the stuff with the spec book is awesome, but I mean, shit. If they will not allow sometimes any deviation whatsoever. Like we've had ones where it said that you got to get the paint and it's got to be this color. Okay, no problem. That's what you do. But it specifically has to be from this company. Well, that company doesn't exist in our area, which means that we would have to get this shipped in from like 2 provinces over. And then they're like, well, why is it taking a week? You know, uh, it's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't happen here because I don't know half the time with some of this stuff like the furniture scepter here if they actually, because it's up to us to get it. So the engineer just picks what it is and it went in the book and then everything here is just dumped on the contractor. Everything is dumped on the contractor. Even if the engineers miss something, they expect the contractor to actually do it anyway and not be able to put in and make it an extra, you know? And we're like, no, we want a change order. And they're like, oh, no change order, just do it anyway. And we're like, you can't go and be mounting, machinery to the existing mounts from the old machinery when they never existed in the first place. Shit like that. They would completely miss it. And all the problems we had with that all came all that came with one problem. It was one company where that would happen. We had other engineering companies where you'd sit there and you'd talk to them and they would look and you go like, look, this is better. This is easier. This is what a lot of times it would come and The actual client would come and they would talk to us directly and be like, we want to change this. We want this instead. And we'd be like, yeah, we can do that. No extra cost because it doesn't change the cost involved for us. And we'll do it. But then, of course, the engineer gets pissy because they didn't get to make that call and tack on their extra fee. Because, God forbid you talk to the client about what they want with certain things and not letting the consultant get in the middle. Anyway, that's enough ranting on that for me. I could go on forever. I could go on forever. Shit gives me a headache just thinking about it, man. just once, I want simple drawings. Hey, Chris, how is you? How is you? What the hell is this movie? Huh. Weird. Everybody is running around. That shit give me a headache, man. That really got me going. No wonder I was always angry. Psycho, row your boat ashore. Ah, Sai, how are you? How are you? Look at that. Damn right, Scepter. Damn right. Construction PTSD, man. Call it engineering stress, And I know it goes the other way sometimes too. That sometimes you'll get you'll get a contractor that just absolutely wants to fight with the engineers and then the architects about every damn thing that is on the plan or everything that is in the book because they probably bit off more than they could chew and doing something that they haven't done. Sai, is that all you come for here? Is to spend money? My money? Huh? She's like, oh, where's the phone? She wants to come spend my money. Yep, man. I knew it. I knew it. She just wants to come and spend my money. I gotta come up with a better way. Because that other one is too expensive. Because you gotta pay even if it's not getting used. Oh, and I've been trying. Oh, what the hell? I've been trying. StreamYard free. StreamYard isn't free unless you want to have that damn ass duck all over the place. I mean, I can switch to that. I can go back to that one I was using before. I just stopped using it because I couldn't correct the sound on that one, but I got the better mic and everything now. I can go to the other one where you can pop up and you can do that. And we can sit there and it can be no image and you can come on and you can yak and chat away all you want. You want me to do that for Saturday? And you can come and you can click the link and you can come in and you can chat away all you want. You can screech at me, tell stories, try to get on my nerves. You do all that good stuff. Who cares about the duck? Three, dude. Let the duck quack at it. Uh, well, I'll look at it for you. Maybe I will. But I'm not changing anything right now today. Not right now. Too tough. Hell, I have a hard enough time these days just keeping normal shit straight. 3 monitors, running it all, keep it up and running and alive. But then I do that again, I can go back to that, and when I sit there and I hit go live, it does everything for me. I don't have to push 3 more buttons like I do now. It does everything for me. It'll even run the intro, and then I can come in and it comes in and it does it all, and it play the outro and mute the mic and all that. I love that system. However, when the one mic crapped out of me and I had to use even crappier ones, I had to go in back to the old way of doing things where I could fine tune everything so much. But now this mic is so much better that this is just raw sound going through, and I like it. That's why you got to be here. Jarritos is my friend. It's your friend too. And when I find the liquored Jarritos, I'm going to do a live and get liquored. Or one night I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to call it Rum and Rants. How's that, right? One night of rum and rants. I'm going to sit down and just rant while we drink rum. I'll have to take a weekend day off for that, though. Because I know I'm in no shape anymore that if I did a rum and rant that I would be going to work the next day. Drunken stream. Robert, it's a date. We'll set one up, and I'll rum and rants. I mean, it's right here still. It's right here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Turn the label. See, we're all good to go. So we're all revved up. We got the Captain Morgan. We're all good for the rum and rants. I said I got to get a. I was sitting there the other day. I was talking to the kid, and I told her, I said, we have to find somebody about 35, early 30s. And she said, why? I said, because then we're going to get them, and we're going to sit down too, and we're going to pick one night a week, and you, me, and this person are going to go on, and we're going to call it the XYZ show. And she's just laughs. I'm like, come on. Because millennials they're also known as Gen Y. Like, why bother? Because, why don't anybody like me? I thought that'd be cool. The XYZ show. Have an Xer, a millennial, a Gen Y, and then the kid, a Z. And she just laughed and walked away and said, no. No. That's her answer for everything. No. Or she just, gives me a dirty look and closes her bedroom door. That look that says, don't be dumb, Dad. Psycho, you are. Well, then. That may be. That may be. We will see. Man, so much crap. So, what do you think, everybody? It's going to be very, very good, cheap vacations to Puerto Vallarta these days, right? That the rates at the resort are going to drop like crazy. You're going to get a weekend for almost nothing. Yeah, 22 is old and 44 is elderly. I remember, Scepter, I do honestly, I remember when I was younger, when I was thinking that, 40 was just pretty fucking old, right? But here I am, stomping on the neck of 50. And other than in the morning when I try and get going and I had to bust all the rust out of the joints from sleeping at night, and drastic weather, pressure changes and shit, and the old arthritis kicks in like you wouldn't believe. Other than that, I don't feel old. I could still feel like, well, I think like I'm still 20. But that's it. Uh, there we go. Yep. Let's say, Robert, you were there? Hmm. Yeah, not going south this year? Yeah, I wouldn't either. I, yeah. I don't know. They claim that it's all settled now. They got the shit out of their the wind out of their sails or whatever the hell they were grudging about. Honestly, all that shit that was going on, I think what that was is that was internal after the leader was killed and it was someone else trying to take their place. You know. That's what I think it was. They were having a quick spat over who was going to be new boss. Why do they got to give all these guys these fucking stupid names? Just once. I want him to get this guy. They got the mob boss. What's his name? Bob. What's his stand for? Just Bob. You know, some some fat guy, bald, real thick glasses like bubbles. Taser face. Scepter. uh, Go to Roberts and have a party. He's walled off and got a pool in the back. I'll have to ask the wife's permission. I think that would be up to her, not Robert. Mm-hmm. Eat some good food. Get all stoned up and stare at the sky, looking for them to come home. Oh, we know she's the boss, Robert. As much as I like to walk around and strut around here like cock of the walk, too. I can tell you right now, she's the boss here, too. there, there ain't nothing that I can say or do in the end. She's boss. That's it. I kindly make suggestions, and she so kindly does things. But you are the boss. I might act like the boss. I might pretend to be the boss, think I'm the boss, but you're the boss. That's what I tell everybody anyway. That when I step out of line, you beat me with that frying pan. When I try and assert my rights as a human being, you stomp me down. I don't think I'm coming out of the office after this. I'm gonna get an ass whooping. I'm afraid. I'm really afraid. I know if I sneeze too hard, you'd fall over, but I mean, if her and the child ever ganged up on me, you wouldn't find me. I'd be buried in the backyard, fed to the coyotes. You know, a kid watches all that murder porn, and she hates it when I refer to it as murder porn. But all the crime shows and shit like that. And I'm like, watching your murder porn. She's like, don't call it that. Yeah. Oh, that is working. It's nice to know. I'm like you, Robert. I, except for your sister-in-law watches all that too. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I do miss watching Robert Stack and Unsolved Mysteries, you know, and all that stuff. But man, that used to be like the creepy show when we were kids. You know, we get that entrance and he'd be talking and always have some sort of weird diluted background. Yeah, you can still watch the old shows. They still kick around. People see them now and then. She no, she gets even with me. She does. She won't let me sleep tonight. She'll fire up the sawmill and I'll just lay there. And I'll be so tired tomorrow that I'll be a walking zombie. It's okay. I don't have to work tomorrow. I don't even have to leave the house tomorrow. If it wasn't for the fact that the kid was home tomorrow, I wouldn't even have to get dressed tomorrow. But I have to. So that's life. It's rough. It's a hard knock life. I had damn right, Si. I would be lazy if I had one day where I could possibly at all be lazy. But when do any of us actually get one of them days where we can be lazy, where you can absolutely lay around and do nothing? Never happens. There's always some shit going on. Something needs to be cleaned, something needs to be done, dinner needs to be cooked, the dishes need to be done. Yeah, well, then don't be too quiet at the same time because then I never forget that morning I woke up and you were like completely dead silent, laying there, eyes rolled back, tongue hanging out. I thought you were fucking dead. Scared the shit right out of me. Like literally, I woke up, I rolled over, and holy fuck, for a split second there, I thought she had died. Scared the ever living shit out of me. So now periodically, ever since then, I wake up in the middle of the night and I reach over and I'm like, whack, whack, and she's like, ah. I'm like, okay, we're good. I can go back to sleep now. Like, terrified me. Wow. You wish you could still do that to your wife? Oh, she gets kind of mad. She denies it. She'll be like, I wasn't doing that. I'm like, you were too. She's like, I was not. I'm like, how would you know you were sleeping? But, oh, there's a headache again. I finished the Doritos. Now I need some water. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. Oh, oh well. Time and 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 time. Time again. Look at this. The world is rocking and a rolling and still alive and kicking and complaining and bitching and pissing and moaning, but that's okay. Because I don't care about the world no more. Because the world don't care about me. Oh well. There is a shitty movie coming up I'm going to watch. I know it's going to suck. I'm going to hate it. But when it comes out, I'm going to watch it. That's the new He-Man movie. But it's coming on. It's that time. It's already getting late. I know things are going to get later for everybody else, right? Because coming up, the clocks are going to change, everybody. And remember, my clock doesn't change. So I'll still be on at the same time for myself. It's just going to be an hour later for you guys. Because our clock doesn't change. Everyone else is going to go an hour ahead. And then everyone's going to be like, why are you on at a different time? You damn right, Si. Look, I'll get it going the other way. We'll get you up again. You be on panel and you can, now that you're used to doing it now, I'll get you up here and you can give me a hard time all you want. Shit. We even have Jamie showing up again now and then. And we all know how she likes to come on and get babbling away because she gets all drunked up in the middle of it and doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And then Jason shows up and sees it and he's like, who's that crazy bitch? Who's that drunk bitch? You know, it's good times all around. Everybody has a laugh. But until then, I am going to say goodnight. It is time for me to go away, run off, do my own thing. Pretend that I'm not going to get into trouble and that I'm not afraid of the woman, but I am. Because, God damn it, she could crush me so easily if she ever chose to be that mean. But she isn't. She's a lovely thing. So, everybody, have a good night all.